Upon your planet, you exist within undulating, spiraling, alternating frequencies of both positive and negative polarized fields. As the sine wave, you, the aware and activated crystalline placeholders, you connect your inner technology, the organic antenna, to these undulating frequencies and move emotionally, mentally and physically with the sine wave. This is your reason for moving between different emotional states at this time. 1 minute you may feel resignation, despair, grief, fear and powerlessness, and the next minute, hour or day, you may feel elation, joy, gladness, excitement, love and empowerment. These swings of emotion, when integrated, hold the placement through diamond light cohesive precision for 0-point creativity within the new Earth reality. For those of you who do not raise with the frequencies and travel the sine wave, but yet remain within the fear-based energetic, there is much you can do to release into flow. Nature connection is paramount here, and it is the sun, sea, sand, rocks, trees, grass and earth that frees you from despair and lifts you up into the knowings of the true reality that you seek. For those who cannot access nature within the physical realm, then there is indeed the connection to be had with nature within the non-physical. Your meditations that take you into the meadow, the crystal palace within, the inner fields of light, present to you the natural connections we speak of. For beginners, the guided meditations that take you to these places are suggested and recommended when created by and through a cohesive, polarized, positive source. Your crystals connect you also to the power of the natural world, most especially the crystal grid creations, utilizing nature's gifts such as leaves, sticks and rocks. Sea salt baths connect you to the natural energetics of the ocean. Indoor plants surround you with the collective consciousness of the forest and trees. The crystal skulls take you into a higher consciousness formation of stored information and intelligence as a living library of information throughout time. For those who do not wish to ride this spiral and move as the sine wave between love and fear, then we say to you now that the fifth dimension does not hold this seesaw swing. It is the full positive polarization only, and the sine wave that operates there is that of love and light, or more precisely, love light and light love. This would equate to you as compassion, joy, knowledge and awareness, and indeed integrity, truth and justice. This is cohesive focus as an indigo crystalline sine wave movement, which, when cohesive yourself, you control. Yet we say to you, whilst the fifth dimension is your goal, your rest and recuperation, your sanctuary and your creative fields, the third dimension polarity needs your light. As you allow yourself to move within the sine wave that permeates the third and fourth dimensions, and you integrate the fears and the negative darkness within that field, you are freeing souls. Planetary, cosmic, physical and non-physical. Your integration of the inverted structures and fear-based templates is that which frees souls. We are speaking here of many souls on multiple levels, and these include your human children who have been trapped within unimaginable and unconscionable darkness. We therefore say to you, when you have completed enough rest and recuperation for recharge, return to the physical realms and continue your sacrifice. Indeed, you sacrifice for others. For the joys and creations you are so adept within are put to one side, as you, as a collective, embody the true Florence Nightingale archetype that all starseeds hold within their fields. As you each move in different time and space, there will always be those within the fifth dimensional reality to hold that frequency space and receive the many and numerous newcomers into the fold, the safety and the beauty of the fifth dimensional earth. Indeed, what you are called upon to do is not familiar to you in physical form, but it is familiar and known to you within the true memory. You are asked to exist simultaneously within the third, fourth and fifth dimensions, and indeed beyond the fifth dimension if you hold the DNA codes for those realities. The action, if you so will, is within the third, fourth and fifth dimensions within the current reality you experience. To remain anchored to this, the golden trine or rainbow trinity field of 3D, 4D and 5D is to move into the phrase that circulates within your spiritual teachings. Be of the world but not in it. You can move within the sine wave of fear, love, polarity swing as the observer, allowing the emotions to be felt and to flow through you instantaneously as you indeed move into instant integration. This instant integration is the state many of you know as karma-free. If you can do this, then you hold the fifth dimensional template around you as a field. You experience the third and fourth dimensions from a fifth dimensional perspective. Thus, the fear-love swing you experience is not true fear or emotional love, but simply frequencies as the keys on the cosmic piano. The entire symphony played within the cellular structure of your bodies at this time is the keys to freedom on all levels. Freeing souls, as you are so doing with this work, is multiple. You free those embroiled within the third dimension, for you sow the seeds of the fourth dimension. You free those embroiled within the fourth dimension, for you sow the seeds of the fifth dimension. The souls thus fast track through that which has taken you many years. This is known as the third wave, if you utilize the three-wave model into 5D Ascension. First waves moved into this multiple multidimensionality and awareness prior to your year of 2012. Then between 11-11-11 Gateway and March 21st, 2020, your equinox point did move the second wave of ascending souls. In your current now time from your March 21st, 2020 gateway to the new earth, the third wave did begin. This is the wave of much younger souls predominantly, but not entirely. First wavers, these younger souls are your children, and you are in place to assist as they open their eyes for the first time. The little ones, the children of your earth, hold diamond light frequency in potentiality. They do not need to move into this linear expression as the 3-wave template, for they are already holding Ascension codices and will respond to, and in many ways teach, the parents. These are the children of the new earth, as are you, all those who awaken now to multidimensionality. Indeed, there are those who have appeared to remain 4th dimensional for many years. These are those you call woke, or truthers, or anons. Yet 4th dimensional consciousness always holds the seeds for 5th dimensional consciousness, and you will see the light for the new earth shine in these individuals. They shall bring pragmatic thought and practicality to the 5th dimension, with solution-based thinking across the board of finance, permaculture, dwellings and society, the garden, legal and justice, healing through sound and music, light and colour, and the understanding of symbolism. Together you dig deep when it comes to the freeing of souls. Whilst the children on the surface activate diamond and rainbow light codes under the auspicious guardianship and safety of their parents, the children below the surface are trapped at the very densest levels of existence. As the planet Earth purges her shadow in alignment with her human family, she brings to the surface all that has been hidden. Your May 7th flower supermoon in Scorpio and your May 9th cosmic alignments and planetary energy spike and Schumann resonance broadcastings present to you that which has been hidden. Those and that which have never seen the light of day now walk in the sunlight. We speak here of trapped souls, trapped and freed children and adults, secrets, machinations, plots and plans against humanity, the likes of which shall send shockwaves across your planet. It is now that the Florence Nightingale archetype is called en masse to humanity of Earth. The dense pulse that is beamed at you from the skies, coupled with scrambling frequencies on the ground, both electromagnetic and chemical, are neutralized from the Earth herself through crop circle sigil formation and extraterrestrial lightship technologies through orb technology. Beyond much of your human understanding at this point, this delivers to you the particles, codes, beams, dust, light, magnetics and electrics that you receive as neutralization, antidote and activation. Are these space brothers and sisters here to save you as you struggle under attempted planetary takeover? No, they are you. You have called unto yourself your own empowerment and strength by rejection of the victim-savior template through balanced sovereignty declarations. This denies authorization and permissions to the negative factions and dark elite societies. You hold this sovereignty through the holding high of the Excalibur Codex, the sword of truth, your vertical pillar of light, your backbone, your indigo warrior strength and power on a collective level. Therefore, think in terms of planetary manifestation and telepathy, combined with an extraterrestrial presence made up of your own family members. Look then at the quantum field and know that time is presented as space in your reality. This will go some way in the explanation of the magnitude of Operation Earth 2020 that is now well underway. Your collective heart-centered alignments, coupled with the indigo fires of sovereignty through the Excalibur Codex and your holding of the violet flame for purging, integration and healing, has created that which we may call an eventuality. This is a convergence field of timelines, presented as a spiral rather than tram lines or train tracks as mono-timelines running side by side. This eventuality is a singularity and is a core within a spiral. This is that which is held as a template within antimatter. It is both consciousness and cosmic. It occurs within your imaginations, your dreams, your thoughts, your DNA, your solar system, your universal template, and your antimatter realms of pure creational potentiality. It is microcosmic and macrocosmic. This is your multidimensional field template, the code of which is 144,000 warriors of light, the return of Nibiru, the activation of the fifth dimensional Merkaba rainbow light body, the return of the bird tribes, and the divine Princess Aurora and the Queen of the Cosmos, Bride of Christ, Sophia, the divine feminine Logos. These, as memory codices within the flame letter light language presentation, are delivered and downloaded, uploaded to you now at this time. We call this the walk-in template. This is a planetary-wide awakening to the true self, allowing what you may know as a walk-in to occur for each and every soul that chooses to leave the third dimension. Or, should we say, chooses to raise to multidimensionality whilst remaining anchored within the third dimension. This is a cosmic, predetermined choice. Yet the destiny at this time is that of the greatest assistance, as you each assist the souls that call for the raising upwards. And by your gentle wisdom teachings and love, you lift these souls up as the mother or father to the child. The walk-in template, or mass Kundalini experience, is the opening of the fields to receive a much higher percentage of the higher self aspect than usually occurs and has occurred on your planet individually within your known and pre-known history thus far. Only during the times of Lemuria was there such a percentage of higher self incarnate. Yet, at that time, humanity was undergoing a descension from light levels into physical. This is the first time your planet and its family has raised from physical to light levels at this magnitude. It is, however, not the first attempt. This was attempted and almost succeeded in Atlantean times, but the opposition from the negative polarity was too great. There was a reason for this that is most connected to your now time, which is a continuation of the Atlantean attempt at positively polarized ascension. At this time, we speak of Atlantis, and it did thus fall, but not before the exodus of souls occurred, as the high priestesses and priests of Atlantis, holding memory codices of Tiamat, did project their incarnations forward through death to birth conscious transfer into human souls that would incarnate within a fully third dimensional Earth. These souls, along with multiple star seeds from multiple galaxies, star systems and planets, predominantly Pleiades, Lyra and Sirius, did incarnate alongside and simultaneously with and as the Atlantean priestesses and priests. The memory codes and mission briefings did once again create the choice for positive harvest or ascension through the 0-point singularity creation that is the spiral we speak of, or the convergence of timelines. The singularity at the very core of the convergence spiral is 0-point manifest in physicality. It is the eventuality event. It is not simply a high probability or a set timeline. It is an eventuality. We repeat, it is not simply a high probability or a set timeline. It is an eventuality. The phrase, "all roads lead to Rome," explains this. This is translated as meaning no matter which road is taken, which path is walked, or which situation, event, or timeline is created, the eventuality will, must, shall, and has occurred. This is what we mean when we say it has already happened. What is this eventuality? It is the great awakening of the people of Earth, the positive harvest, the ascension process, the resurrection and the true birth of the planetary body, mind, heart and soul into Christ consciousness, and that which you shall perceive and experience as the downfall and removal of the negative service to self polarity, that which you call cabal or deep state. We say perceive and experience, for that shall be the case for all those remaining on planet Earth through this journey and event. Those who have fully polarized within the negative polarity will experience for themselves a very different reality that is outside the scope of this transmission. Is this restitution and organic justice being served? From your perspective, this is indeed the case, yes. Although this is a byproduct of the game, it is not by any means the goal. What then is the goal? The goal is the realization of the inevitability or eventuality that many call the event. This has been misinterpreted greatly upon your planet, for it is not one single event, but a series of events that occur as multiple separate events simultaneously. This simultaneous time period is stretched out in linear reality over a period of around 13 months, with a fallout or clean-up operation lasting around 3 to 5 years, which will coincide with the building of the infrastructure of the new Earth reality. This 13-month period is that which we may call the year of clarity, the year of the great reveal, the year of inevitability, and the year of 2020 vision. This year is your current now time period, your year of 2020, and the time is now. We are the white-winged collective consciousness of 9. What is karma? Are there ways we can balance this and become karma-free? Is there a particular nutritional plan we should follow for ascension? Do we increase our karmic balance by eating certain foods? How can we utilize sex magic to work with karma and move through ascension? There are many lessons we can learn from the peoples of ancient Lemuria, a civilization that existed before our known history on planet Earth. As we move through an ascension process collectively, we move back into a new Lemuria, and we take with us all the knowledge we have accumulated since those times. In this transmission from the white-winged collective consciousness of 9, key codes are presented for cellular memory recall, linking the reader beyond Atlantis and into the harmonious frequencies of the first physical civilization on the Earth, Lemuria. The 9 respond to questions using the Lemurian way as a template. Key-coded responses trigger activations within the reader as they receive the wisdom codes, standing as rainbow warriors of Gaia, moving into abundance, alchemy, and Stargate Ascension. This transmission is dear to my heart, and I'm so very pleased to announce my new book, Lessons from a Living Lemuria.